All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spinal Hygiene Coaching class. We're going to be talking about how to take people from corrective care to wellness care, how to make that transition feel natural. Our focus is going to be educating from the beginning, then showing progress, and then making wellness the next logical step. So the biggest mistake that we make in our offices is waiting until the end of someone's care plan to start talking about wellness. Patient completes their corrective care, and then we suddenly recommend ongoing care, and the patient's like, wait, I thought I was done, and now you're telling me that you want me to come more. So wellness feels awkward when it appears out of nowhere. If the concept we want to plant that concept early so they don't interpret it as a surprise or an upsell. Instead, it's just the next logical phase. It's just part of us helping them take care of their spine and nervous system. Wellness care should feel like the next phase of their plan, not some new pitch and not some new conversion at the end of it. I used to, before we started building this spinal hygiene education, we started talking about wellness in the beginning. I would have patients that they'd be 2 or 3 visits from the end, and they'd be like, man, I'm going to miss you guys, when they come to the end. And I realized, like, what do you mean you're going to miss you guys? And I realized it wasn't in our system to teach them that we're going to move into wellness care. And still sometimes I don't do as great of a job as I should, really making sure through this program they understand that we move into wellness after a corrective care. So there's 2 phases, 2 different goals: corrective care and wellness care. Corrective care restores normal function, improves mobility, improves alignment, builds strength, corrects problems, corrects subluxations. Wellness care maintains that progress, prevents them from falling back, reinforces healthy habits, allows us to monitor their spinal health over time. So corrective care is about changing something. Wellness care is about protecting something that we've already changed. And patients need to understand the difference so that they don't confuse I feel better with I never need to take care of my spine again, or I don't need to maintain this, right? The simple distinction is that corrective care changes a condition, wellness care protects the progress. And we want to use this dental hygiene analogy as much as we can with our patients because patients already understand maintenance care when it comes to dental health. Nobody says my teeth are healthy now, so I never have to go back to the dentist or I never have to brush my teeth. They understand that brushing and flossing at home, getting professional checkups, maintaining that health of their teeth is a lifetime thing. So spinal health should be understood in the same way. Daily spinal hygiene plus regular chiropractic care equals long-term spinal health. That's what we're teaching. We're teaching maintenance by connecting it to something that patients already believe in, their dental health. So we want to introduce wellness from the day one. We want to plant this concept early, not wait until visit 30 to start introducing this idea of ongoing care. We want to plant the language early. And we want to start talking like our first goal is correction. Here's what I recommend for correction. Or then after correction, our goal becomes maintaining that correction. So we're kind of using this language with our patients from the beginning. We say your spine requires ongoing attention just like your teeth do. When patients hear this early, wellness is no longer a surprise to them when they get to the end of their care plan. And wellness conversion is the result of repeated education, not some last minute conversation or conversion that we're trying to get at the end. Progress exams have become very, very important because they create a bridge. They show the patient where they started, where they are now, and where they're going. So we use re-exams to show objective and then also to share subjective progress. We want to track their symptoms. Those matter. They matter to the patient. They matter to us. But we also want to track their quality of life changes, function that they're having. Can they do more activities? Are they starting to exercise? And then we're tracking things like range of motion, posture, x-rays, outcome measures, those types of things that we're constantly seeing change or improve over time. And even spinal hygiene habits and the consistency of those habits become an outcome measure. So they weren't doing anything to take care of their spine before. Now, at least they're doing it a couple times a week. That's an outcome measure. Look, you're progressing in the area of understanding how to take care of the spine and nervous system, which is a big thing. And so then we ask, now that we've made this progress, how do we protect it? And the progress exams answer that question for the patient. Why should I keep going? That's the number one reason people drop out of care, is they just don't know why they should stay anymore. Our progress exams help them to see where they've been, where they are, where we're going, and how we're maintaining a very important area of their health, their spine and nervous system. So spinal hygiene makes wellness care make sense. Daily habits change the patient's mental model about wellness. Spinal hygiene teaches the patients that chiropractic's not just about pain care. It teaches them that the spine requires ongoing attention, that home care and professional in-office care work together. Consistency is what compounds over time. Maintenance is normal when something really matters. So I always tell my patients, if you brush your teeth once, do you think that would make any difference in your life? No, it's the consistency over time. And that's how chiropractors, it's like that the dentist's best patients are the ones that value the health of their teeth, not some person that comes in, with their teeth falling out and they got to, try to do emergency type care. I'm sure some dentists, specialize in that, but I'm saying like the people who value their teeth, that's why dentistry has the biggest retention of any healthcare profession, is they're building that value for their patients. So we want to keep teaching daily spinal hygiene plus regular chiropractic care equals long-term spinal health. And spinal hygiene turns that wellness care from a sales conversion or a sales conversation you're having with your patients into just a healthy habit conversation. So we want to keep our wellness recommendations simple. We want to be clear. We want to be confident, and we don't want to over-explain. So maybe try something like this. You've made great progress, Mary. Now our goal changes from correcting the problem that you had to maintaining and keeping you healthy and strong. And we accomplish that by this type of recommendation or this type of wellness care. And we recommend, very clearly our visit frequency, our ongoing home spinal hygiene exercises, the periodic progress evaluations that we're going to be doing. And we don't apologize for recommending wellness care because we believe it truly has value, which it does. This is a service that we are giving to our patients, is the ability to have a health expert on their team that they can come to, where we can check them and make sure that their spinal nervous system stays healthy. We use this little graph in our office. If you're looking at your screen here, you can see that first part from the bottom left to all the way to better. And we say, like, look, in your corrective care plan, we've made a lot of progress. A lot of things are better. My number one recommendation is that we still have some things we want to correct. So we want to continue on this path. We might say 1 time a week wellness care as we're ongoing, and we'll continually do re-exams to make sure we're making that progress. Or Mary, maybe you're happy with your progress through corrective care. You just want to maintain. In our office, that's an every other week type visit for maintenance. But what I don't recommend is that we just stop completely, because stress in your life hasn't stopped. We have to constantly do things every day. And eventually, I don't know how long that takes, but eventually we can lose the progress that we've already maintained. So stop at the front desk, let them know which wellness option you want, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Congratulations, great job. And keep it positive, and then be proud of that wellness recommendation, that service that we offer to patients. And not everybody is going to say yes, but if we've done a good job of sharing this education about the importance of building value, and then we just offer that service, many of those people are going to say yes to wellness care, and they're going to appreciate it as well. And your confidence matters in this presentation. I'm proud of the care that we deliver in our office and the ability to help people take care of it long term. And so we want to be very clear, because clarity is what really matters when we're coming across on this, that we can help you in the future maintain all the great progress that you've already made. So then we track our wellness conversions in our office with a scorecard so that we know what's our conversion percentage. Just like our conversion percentage on the at the ROF, we want to know our conversion percentage from the transition from corrective care to wellness care. So that would be patients who started wellness care divided by patients completing corrective care, and then we get that percentage. If we had 10 people who completed their corrective care plans, 5 wellness starts, then we're at 50% conversion, which I'd love to be at 50% or over in our conversions. So we want to ask better questions. Are we introducing wellness early enough? This concept of wellness, this educational wellness, are we showing progress through our re-exams? Are patients understanding this long-term vision that we have for our patients about helping them maintain spinal health? And is our team reinforcing that same message with patients on a regular basis? So low wellness conversion is usually an education or a system-based issue before it's a patient-based issue. We want to measure it so that we can improve it. All right, so this week, let's try to make that transition more natural for every patient approaching the end of their corrective care. Let's show them where they started, where they are now, remind them what changed beyond pain relief, right? Yes, we're feeling better, but you're moving better, you're starting to exercise, you're doing spinal hygiene exercises now, which is awesome. And then explain the difference between that correction that we just did and that maintenance and protection care that we're moving into. Give them clear wellness recommendations, and then track those conversions. Do not wait till the end to sell wellness. Educate from the beginning so patients understand it. Let's make wellness an expected next phase, not an unexpected offer. All right, just remember, patients don't convert to wellness because of one final conversation. They convert because they've been educated from the beginning to understand why long-term spinal care and spinal health matters to them. Thanks, guys, for sitting through this training, and we will see you on the next one.